Hello everybody, Xanathar here, and today I am doing episode 3 of Ultra Galaxy Fight. So let's get into it. It cuts back from Odia, and you see Ultraman Reboot runs off to try to save Max. Powered and Great fights the same kaiju from the first episode and the same Anoan from the first episode. And Max is affected by the Gouda cells and starts to fight Reboot. Eventually shooting Reboot with a beam, and Reboot blocks it with his shield. And then it cuts to 80. And you see 80 shoots off his beam with the other Ultras. Ultraman Cosmo, Justice, 721, and Neos. And they all shoot the beams at Leukocyte. And Leukocyte blows up. And Cosmos and Justice are still wondering what that dark force they felt. They still feel it. And then a beta explosion happens. And then you see the Thanos-looking Ultraman guy standing there. Then it cuts to Ultraman Max and Reboot fighting. Reboot finally kills Ultraman Max, and Max goes back to normal. Healed from the Gouda cells, but he's still badly weakened from it. And then the Mata Orochi egg hatch. It's a very bad combination with Mata Orochi and the Gouda cells. Max is ready to fight, but he sees a light in the sky and gets his Max Galaxy Blaze back, and he heals from it. Then you see Ultraman Xenon. Very cool to see him make a comeback. And Ultraman Max and Xenon decide to team up with Ultraman Reboot, and they all three take down Mata Orochi. And Ultraman Great is fighting Anoan Shiwen. And then it cuts to... Then you see the Thanos-looking Anoan guy, and he calls himself Tartarus. And he shoots a beam at the other Ultra Warriors. Ultraman Cosmos and Ultraman Justice decide to block the beam. And they block the beam and they combine into one being. Tartarus is in amazement, the other Ultra Warriors are in amazement, and it's Ultraman Legend. So cool to see Legend. Legend shoots a beam at Tartarus, and Tartarus escapes into a portal. And they're questioning what is Tartarus up to. Then it cuts to Ultraman Great, and Ultraman Great shoots a beam at Anoan Shiwen. Ultraman Power shoots a beam at the kaiju he was fighting. Ultraman Xenon and Ultraman Max and Reboot all shoot a beam at Mata Orochi, and Mata Orochi blows up. Then it cuts to Ultraman Hecate, and Sora and Reboot had their reuniting, and Reboot canceled for basically everything. And Ultraman Taro is there, and he says a good job, and Reboot should join the Galaxy Rescue Force. Ultraman Hecate says the same thing to Sora. Then it cuts to the Atlanta Light, and the other Ultramans are talking about Tartarus and what is going on, basically. Then it cuts to a door opening up, and you see Ultraman Reboot and Sora. Sora gets very excited to see Queen Asani. And with the Queen Asani is Andros Melos and his lion guy. I sadly forget the name for. I think he's from Ultraman Geed. Then it cuts to Anoan Shiwen and Tartarus, and Anoan Shiwen is asking Tartarus to give him another chance. Tartarus blows him up for failing him, and then Tartarus opens up a portal and walks into it. And then the credits. But if you stay after the credits, there is something at the end, so let's talk about that. Then it cuts to Ultraman King, and he's looking up in the sky, and then be continued. So, that's pretty much it with this video. I give this thing a 10 out of 10. I thought it was epic. I really enjoyed episode 3 a lot. I especially love seeing Ultraman Legend make a comeback. And it was very interesting to see Ultraman Xenon. We hadn't saw Xenon for a while. The only time we saw him, I think, was in Ultraman Max in the Seton episode. Yeah. So, that's been a very long time. So that was very cool to see, and that made me very much happy to see. It was just a very fun episode, and I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for episode 4 and see what's going on. This episode felt a lot like a grand finale, but it's not. There's going to be more episodes, he's what I know. So, yeah, we still need to see from the stuff from the trailer, like the Belial thing, and a couple other Ultras. So, yeah. Okay, that's it for this video. Like and subscribe. Xanathar out.